104.3 Oma maya mamunyina ajo abo nunsia Ghana ene amahudo so sema yaboa no na yede ebremu kasebo ya wote enka Opis FM so yi obesan ate enka ewo hello 101.5 FM eno ewo Kumasi edum oba nkran ha neat 100.9 na OK 101.7 FM ensebo edi akotino kasebo no bi ni
Onra Johnson esiedin ketia na yedwem tene ma NDC amanyuko no na wodi atudwa se zongo kokosa ye ka ho asam no edi kwan se ye de ya no kana eyedin keke na mum enwuma edi akiri.
If we want the Zongo caucus to be recognized indeed but not in name, we must build a structure.
Onra Rashid Pepo edi atudwa se na po akwanya eba ye se enipa bidie susu no se wo ya hantan no wanya no ebra ye da na die.
Opportunity to impress on Ghanaians. We expected him to say thank you to the people for electing him, selecting him, especially Baumia and the party elders.
Na mami Frida Prempen so edi atudwa se na po obi a running mate dibra ediama no wo MPP mu no eye pa. Enu achi so dwumadi ahodo a wodi ye no na Dr. Masio Poku Prempe esan hye bose wo betai na wondi ahobrasem wo behia Ghana fo moa na Ghana etimi akonanim.
Na nado dan kwakufado moka na chi ama de obetimi aye bia waye wo Ghana empo ekokan ya ze yajiba no asibone
Edom kuma won mahye edi atudwa se watete se wo man security agencies no bambo agina tukuo no yede nipa bi gum no mo kyerem se wo moma emu na ho enna edom kase ne se enye no kore enne ebepie mu wo mahye se yedum wo mo kan ye kodonhwere ba miensa adum so esi wo ho na nanam so amampanefo edi atudwa se Ghana kane ho nsam no yenka mu nukura ewo mu na ma omanfo akoma ento wo mo yem ensem pi kan we no ho ne de somo se kasebo ewo peace 104.3 FM so.
Na yamfa side wo mu Emma Osons chemist or the Osons Garlic capsules abeso yasene. MTNC we there for you everywhere you go. High Sense Ghana, everyday prices for everyday people. Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital say ayarsa how near chire yefan amen. Dolphin Roofing System open agency about danswa yeton Dolphin. Novus Industries and Trading Limited. Awari ni nyina program bia yeserve aho wa ase no Novus for one more drinks no na yeserve ewo ase afi budget cash and carry say yamu amane say Blue Jeans energy drink no wo de abadwa so no obia de milika etobi na ate ho den enmakua da Roma na ote enka enanwumre akenkan fo ote enka yeme na ya okese ena
Akosia ago abowaje Africa sebono munsem no enie Honorable John Abdullahi Jinapo ranking member Mines Energy Committee of Parliament na se enrahye bedwam apamfo ya pa wo mo se wo mo hwe ahodenne ene agudie to so no wodi mutinteman wo se aban anya de efrise enne enrahye bedwam dum so a ekoso no na ehadwe na mom no krepa esese enka aban eka edefa enyinam kane ho dwumadie no ase aban ema awia emomu papa na ebra womo ene members eka Energy Committee of Parliament ehyiaye ene eku ahodo a womo epre yedie efa omanfo ahodenne mu eye civil society organizations ewo energy sector no ene wo chem se womo anaka ne no adum na aso na agina so a na ase yen pese ebetimi aka mu nokure papa na de womo hu ne se womo nyankrata bia na se document bia Honorable Samuel Atachia o ye jemcheni ema ekonedi ho danse pefe se Ghana ebra yesi afi bosumia edika ne mo January 2024 ebesi sabri enya dia enyinam kane ho nsem no akoyi.
Would inquire why the lights are out. We want to know the cause of it. But the claim by government that there's not been load shedding is completely false. At a meeting said by the Honorable Atachia himself, all the entities and the stakeholders from generation, transmission, distribution, and the regulators were present. Officially, it was disclosed, and we have evidence signed by the chairman of the committee, who is an MPP member, that since January, the utility companies have been shedding load. And so the claim by the president that there's been no load shedding is false. It's a figment of his own imagination and is completely untrue. The evidence before Parliament here, before the Mines and Energy Committee, as documented and signed by the Honorable Atachia, GRIDCO, Energy Commission, PURC, ECG, VRA, and the independent power producer, before the committee confirmed that there's been load shedding since January. And they confirmed that the cause of the load shedding was because they did not have enough money to procure fuel.
na wɔto aso biem sɛ yenyi amanosɛm ne atro no efri ahodeni ho nsɛm ye energy sector ne mu na power crisis na nasa nyinam kane ho nsɛm a aba yedi ho nkɔmɔ no na enkrata wɔ mo nsa atoso no wɔ mo de bɛba pefe mu ama Ghana fo nyina ehu ne kura ewo mu.
To deliberately peddle that level of falsehood beats our imagination. It tells you that they've lost it. They think they can run away with peddling falsehood, concocted stories, contrived stories, and blatant falsehood. That will not wash. And I would share the document with you. It's an official document documented by Parliament. And that document was signed by no less a person than the chairman himself, the Honorable Samuel Atachia, who is a member and the chairman of the Mines and Energy Committee.
Eni ayeti ye Honorable John Abdullahi Jinapo, where ranking member Mines and Energy Committee of Parliament, and Mashebejan Apanfo, our Moneshan Denier, any a good year to so and watch Najene, Emma William Gintu, any Emmanuel Akole, etin Tim Edebesumye.
Na NDC amanyokuo no so nkyerɛkyerɛ bi Emma woma ya wo zongo ahodoɔ na zongo caucus na eboaboa saa edom na no a ode koyɛ saa entete no ema wonom na dwumadie no ase no wontitani Owura Johnson asiedu nketia gina mosquito na wɔkasa na ɔse saa nkyerɛkyerɛ ya wɔyɛ de ama zongo fo no ɛho mfaso pa isanse sɛ ndi samanyuko no gidi sɛ zongo fo no so mfaso ma ɔmo na nyɛ ano kɛkɛ nemum ɛsɛ dedi ɛwɔ mo suman no ne yɛ nyinaa mu na ɔmo so hu sɛ ampa ndi samanyuko no ɛde ɔmo yɛ bibi.
This time around, we said that if you send a labourer to farm and you don't give that labourer a cutlass, then you are wasting your time. So if we want the Zongo caucus to be recognized in deed, but not in name, we must build a structure. We have recognized it as one of the legs of the party. In the past, we had 3 legs of the party. We had the women's wing, we have the youth wing, and then we had the parliamentary wing. And then the 4th one was the international wing. Each of them have structures. They have their own executives. But we just added Zongo caucus just as one person at every level. So it's like you put somebody in a boxing ring and tie his hands. It cannot work. They will beat him to death. So we decided that let us build a structure around the Zongo caucus so that the coordinators will have a structure to work, and then we can demand resource from them.
Na ebra Owura Johnson asiedu nketia kan we wieye na NDC amanyuko National Zongo Caucus Coordinator Alhaji Mohammed Meinan ya dudu afene Alhaji Koyong to just zongo fo no echitan mapa wo de ma NDC no enya de ketwa na fei wo mo show Franka tuni munyamfo John Dramani Mahama Kanema Mpani wo mo hye no bose aba o mbehwie gu mama na fei de ebi mada.
As you may be aware, this year's election is a Zongo election. The power to decide the winner lies in our hands. Therefore, I encourage you, each of you, not to be armchair appointees, but to work tirelessly to achieve the goals of our party. Let us mobilize, organize, and engage with our community to ensure every single person in our communities supports the NDC to strengthen the Zongo for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Recent polls conducted by Global Info Analytics show a promising 70% plus victory for the NDC in the Zongos. While this is encouraging, we must not rest. Our aim should be nothing less than 90% plus victory.
Na NDC amanyoko no mpanifo ya ewomu Council of Elders no wontitrani Alhaji Mahama Idrisu enso na no tumbi eno waka kire won ma wo zongo no so se enye se bia Arab kasa no nko a ena sese wo mo ema wani ekuhu no osua na mom osua de a wo mie wadwunim bibia esua be ye bia no onsua bi na ne be wi ase ko no omoa wo ho de sheto kitua bi mu a wanhwa a wafo akwaja.
So for the past 50 years, those from my locality, we've asked them to be given their children local names. All this is part of education. You call me Mahmoud, what does it mean? Or we see you, what's your name? We say, I'm Mary, I'm Elizabeth. What does it mean? What does it mean? Let us not be deceived. You must be alert. You must be alert. This is a very serious election we are going to hold. And the savior of the whole nation is the success of NDC. Let us be ourselves. Today, when you say pepper for, you will be the person calling because you don't know the meaning. It's pepper for. The man who calling you pepper for doesn't understand it. You didn't call the pepper for, you don't also understand it. You start fighting. But he's saying an honest person. We must understand these things and appreciate them.
Sansem nyina ye nua ba salamat kuku a paintel ena oboa no ebra NDC4 eye nkyerɛkyerɛ ede ma won ma ewo zongo mamuni nyina.
Minority Caucus of Parliament ayem Rashebejum apamfo wo na edom kuma no wo da wo no e dia tudwa se chronicle the wokrata ne dia sembi by say aban ebefefa nipa bi a wo ekachi applicant for no a wo de wo krata ekoye senka main security agencies anase bambo gina tikuo no yemfo wo nkoka ho no emu baye 11,000 empim dubako aban eba befo mo ede wo akọ nanu na edom kuma no se ebasa na ha dwene enu nti deputy minority leader honorable Emmanuel Amakofibo wono ene kasa na wo kire mu sese dwumadi a ekoso no abama awia bomu no obohu dawuro na ankrankra biara Ghana ni biara opeso okomu no nipa ne timinya sa akonya no honorable Emmanuel Amakofibo a ekire mu sede o mate no ene se Ministry of Interior se nipa bi wo ho a na sese ye fa wo mu a yamfo wo mu 2023 no eti afa na sankrofo no nyina no ye behwie wo mu edi wo mu agumu na no o kire mu se ebasa na ebehadwene.
It is not true that there's no backlog. Number 2, no 11,900 clearance have been given. Number 3, no 30 plots each has been given to any MPP parliamentary candidate, and we have done mathematics together to give every parliamentary candidate 30 by the 4 security agencies that we are having, 120 by 275 constituencies in Ghana. That's 33,000, of which
Yes, Samo Yabeshe, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibo, Neno na yabo, Edia Chem, de na yetie, Honorable Habibi Dusu, Neno na mama yenkotie, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibo, Diono Ekaye, Edefani, o Matiasi, Edini Pebi, Era o Mei Bambo, Ejine Tukunim.
No, and Pim Dubako. Now, breakdown in here, or say recruitment, 4,000 Ebeko, 4,000 Ebeko. Ghana Police Service, 3,000 Ebeko Immigration, 2,000 Ebeko Ghana Fire Service, 1,500 Ebeko Prisons, and NACOP 500 Ebeko. Now the Okaka one, had you when say, or see, sir, in for 11,000, yeah, advertising, Yabayan won't go, or more hodada, a deal or hodada, into Yan Frobia, Yan Fadi and Yan to the job, Obia and Jimmy apply online, Yan fa process now, yeah, the fast to fall grow forward. Now, way, Enna. Dia ehadwi wo hwemra ye wo mu aka less than 6 months ayato aba na abanwe yenim ni record ni o year 2020 ebeto abeyo planning say odode MPP tax be police mu.
Eni ayeti ye deputy minority leader Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibo nese dom kuma wo mahebedwam wo mo ba no dani abedi akire ene kasa ye Emmanuel Akole ni William Gentu ede eba na sansem kro ya no ena edom kase no nso majority caucus of parliament no wo mo nso aba bonten se minority for no boa de omu twa na omo kani na no eya tro enye no krese Ministry of the Interior wo mo eto na mo bia na se asoye ya wo mo ene hye wo mayim nsem a ekoso ba nyina no wo mo efa nipa ba ye empim du baako edi o mawura o mayi bambo adwuma ne mu wo se nye saa enetie na ebra emrahebedwam wo mo ye nsentwofo nhyiamu no enna Honorable Habibi Dusu awo ye emrahebedwani awo tolon sanso ye first deputy majority whip ono so ekasa en wo bo amane se eyampa ye wo enkrofo bi ana esese ye fa wo mo na nipa bi nsem wo mo keka san bibi ansan ni ho a ebi anka achi enna atroba konkro esa ka won se wo mo se emrahebedwani bia no ye bema wo slot eduasa na ese nipa be ye 30 enna obetimi di wo mo aba na edi wo mo security agencies ni mu no wo chirem se sansam no enye no kure.
It is not true that there's no backlog. Number 2, no 11,900 clearance have been given. Number 3, no 30 plots each has been given to any MPP parliamentary candidate, and we have done mathematics together to give every parliamentary candidate 30 by the 4 security agencies that we are having, 120 by 275 constituencies in Ghana. That's 33,000, of which they themselves admitted that what Chronicle reported was even 11,000 something. And there is not going to be any medical or any screening process this week. It It is not true. Nothing is going to happen this week with regards to any security recruitment. The Interior Minister had dared them before when they made this statement of 30 slots each, that if they know any parliamentary candidate who have 30 slots each, then they should mention that person. I am a parliamentary candidate. I don't have 30 slots each. That's 120 for my constituency. And my colleagues who are also parliamentary candidates here, they don't also have 30 slots each to be given to their constituency. And it is also not true when they said that tax have been recruited into the security agencies, or they are not advertising because they want to put MPP people, or when you term it as tax inside. Let us be honest with ourselves.
Honorable Habib Idrusu echiremu se ensemu a edom kuma no ekanyina no nukure bi anim na yampa ye won krofo bi wo ha omode omokrata ba ese be fa omo obambo adwuma ni mu a wo mo enya omo guachire na the Interior Ministry no eya ne se san krofo no omo ebehwe se omo nya asoye ehwe sikasem so Ministry of Finance ema omo clearance no omo bie kwan mu di a ye betimi akase ye betimi afo omo fisa bantimi mfa krofo adwuma da chi omo wi a ye ntimi ntua wo mo ka etiti se Ministry of Finance na epene so ansa kasampa momfa wo mo na daachi bi efa wo mo a ye wo sika betimi de atua wo mo so kana ansa na sa adwumadie no etimi akoso enti bibi etesa no enya de a aban no anasa Ministry of the Interior na betimi aye bibia e de afa ho asoye wo mo hye wo mayi mu nsem so no eti obesre edom kuma wo mahye bedwam ne se wo mo nya se wo mo tu mfuturo egu wo manfo ani na ne nyina ne se amanyosem mutumi no mo pese wo mo nya eye chi political point bi no mo pese wo mo nya nti no etora bi na wo mo de atro na ewurewuro mu dwumadie.
And mind you, when you go through the procedure with regards to getting people into the security agencies, the Ministry of Interior cannot dictate to the police what they have to do. The Ministry of Interior cannot dictate to what the immigration, the fire service, and the prisons that they are going to. They have their own guidelines, they have their own qualification criteria, and they have their own ways to be able to get people into the security agency. So the figures being thrown out today by our colleagues from the minority side, it is not true. It has no basis. It only aims at telling us that they want cause problem. You could see the political statement saying that why do you have to recruit people into the security agencies when you have 6 months to the election? Unfounded.
Tolom Rashebe Jenny was your first deputy majority whip. Honorable Habib Idrusu on the Kasayama William Gintu any Emmanuel Akole etintim edebesomye.
Enra ena MPP Yamanyukono Boja ewo Kumasi. Na jabona seno. Na bota etechira ne se womo Edwon Frank Grafo abedi echire Menja South Mashebe Jani Onumonyamfo Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe adodora fen napono wono en womo eda no edie na sa dwumadie no ase no ena Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe nya akwan a okokasa aye no wakansem bebre ebi ni se efri se obaade ebo ni wiase na Ghana baaye mampani bia maaye a waye adwuma etese Nana adodanko akufu adoda kaya de omampenda da kwa me nkroma kra be kan ho ka se mo nkroma no kra mpo no mo nkroma no kra no mutumi mfa no ntoto Nana akufu ado we san se Nana akufu ado ade a waye no ebi maada na asem wei na wa central mrahye bedwani onmunyamfo Dr. Abdul Rashid Pelpo ka se napo tufuantie we dem fumtuo pa ni o wumu be nyina ngofa ka ho nsem ebisi a ohwene mu bon ebisi a wumu ade ebisi ensem ya ka fa ho de bebre kwa na wanya kwan kese se na napo kasa na ji udin ne dware ho bedwam na obi a ho se se na napo kukura fini ni ho a wei na ba be napo wanya ade
opportunity to impress on Ghanaians. We expected him to say thank you to the people for electing him, selecting him, especially Baumia and the party elders. We expect him to talk about the need for them to come together to fight, even though it's going to be a losing fight. We expect him to demonstrate leadership, not talk too much, not be aggressive, not be agitated. It was as if he was offended and he was responding to the offense. But here is an honor given you, and you needed to demonstrate gratitude for the honor and promise Ghanaians what you can do. Now he threw everything away by comparing, two unequal equations, unequal objects. This object is big, it's like the sun. This one is like a small planet, and then you compare them. What do you want to gain out of that? I think he's a failure.
Na ono kra ononyamfo Abdul Rashid Pelpo de no onim se nkana po bei. Oba kwa ngo bebu nkoto jokra pagana fo cho se Ghana fo mepa mu chew. Many a day energy ministry ni share mensa mentimi anye amane Ghana be bia yesum Ghana for mu da dum so mu a yes a dum so no Ghana for da mu no moji mo ba bia enye enu nti na me be pa che se me ma nyima dwuma yese so afo a mama mako dum so na de oba ya me pa che wa ko ka me ndi a mo nkroma no
cannot demonstrate his knowledge in practical terms of the economy, has brought in somebody to support him. The fellow has eventually failed more than him. We are standing here. There's no light. Lights off are happening everywhere. They said it's finished. He is the minister for Napo is the minister for energy, and it's terrible for us. Not solve the energy problem, push us into a system of education that he couldn't run. And today we talk about his communication were discounted. It has been shown to all Ghanaians. But I feel offended that Kwame Nkrumah, I respect so much, I honor so much for doing everything he has done for Ghanaians, fighting for us, for building Ghana, for initiating all the development projects we have seen, for having set up more than 500 factories. Cannot, is now so lowly presented to Nanado, who we all know is described as one of the most ineffective or the worst president in the history of Ghana. It's an offense and he needs to apologize.
Na Nkrumah ye nyina ye bu no papa na ni so ade hunu ade achechire Ghana ma mo hwe bia Ghana wo ko anya obi amfana ntoto no ho so se mampani akufu ado amamu we ne ade toto Nkrumah de ho wanya ade kra we wa central emrahye bedwani ononyamfo Dr. Abdul Rashid Pelpo na what is ansemi atudwa na Emmanuel Akoli ene William Gentu enso ebo ano ma yen
Dr. Frida Prempe mrebi echemo na oyoswafo no na hwa honidie so na wode atudwa se Dr. Mahmoud Baumia waya de pass energy minister Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe wabo de pass wono na bebo ne chidom na wonye ne running mate na 2024 elections no enkunimdie enye MPP amonyeko ne dia wo chem se Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe eyobi a National Council na gi ne tumu na esefata ankasa eso munim se adwuma no obetimi aye na Dr. Frida Prempe chem se na poyobi a emrahye bedwa dibre no wakwa empre 9 obeye education minister sabe oye energy minister ne nyina mu adwuma edition nsa nyina wotimi ye ni ye pa na ne modern bo a wo boy ye education ministry ne kura no ena nam so ye de energy ministry nso ye de eka ne ho eti we die edanso ankasa wo say Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe eyobi a wo danso a da wo danso no adwuma na ye de ahye ne nsa no obetimi aye apem e de akonanim eti wo gidie se napo etai Dr. Matthew Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe eta Dr. Mahmoud Baumia echi no okon no be ye okopa e de ama wo amafi abato mu nkonimudie ayo mo dia
so lie in top petrol you pass say and you didn't give them you say politics is about numbers it is about the obepulu grassroots along and I believe you say looking at his religious background his ethnic background I complimented Dr. Baumia perfectly and why your party person at the rank and file of the party more appealing to Obia so parliament if I told Napo Parliament, or your fourth term MP, me a third term MP. Oba Parliament, apart from majority side, who NDC for hover around him because Obianim so a problem solver. It's the open school die, the open way, energy, the open cania, the open post, the piano, or Wadajia, or debate.
Na Dr. Frida Prempe eto aso ebiem se wode ade sede eto MPP etitanfo nyina anim se wo mo entai Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe ne Dr. Mahmoud Baumia echi se be ya breaking the 8 no ebebe mu
etiana de ya swans yo ya check NDC running mate wode de anya afa ni wo ba be ye campaign elusu etianya de foforo na wode ba but Dr. Mahmoud Baumia adwumadi oni na nadu dampa kufu adu aye no this is the time I was here rally behind and support the team said the be ya come December 7 the betimi a break 8 we are 12 ma padwa na nadu dampa kufu adu de Dr. Baumia start here and the digitalization team what you feel quite with the phone to watch
Eni ayeti ye former sanitation minister Oswafo dada no hye ahonedie nso Dr. Frida Prempe ene kasa ye ma Joe Power edi amaneboyi ebaaye na sansem ya ena Western North Regional Chairman edema National Democratic Congress na satoye mantem no atoye mantem tififem no Oswafo a wono opanyina wona ye dwemseni edema NDC amanyeko no owura Michael Edu ayetafe ne Big Edu wodi atudwa se Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe sabre wo ye running mate ema NPP amanyeko no ne nsɛm bi ɔka yɛ sɛ asante mantem afi yɛ to aba emu ɔhankyemu aduɔtwe enum 85% deɛ wɔn ebenya wɔ Ashanti region wɔ se wei no he ɛyɛ nada bi ne wɔdada ne ho anya adwuma NDC foɔ ɛprea sɛ asante mem ɔmbenya ɛma no ɔhankyemu aduasanum ɛyɛ 35% wɔn nyina so ne sɛ wohwɛ asante mem mpo a ɛyɛ NPP for stronghold no adwuma bɛn no wɔn yɛ hɔ project bɛn no wɔn yɛ hɔ empumtuo biara ni hɔ ahokyere mom ɛna NPP de apere wɔn nti wɔn bɛgyina ɛno so ama NDC amanyɔkuo no anya vote bebree ɛwɔ asante mem owura Michael Edu a ɛta afɛ ne Big Edu ekyire mu biem sɛ wodu asante mem a wotimu sɛ asante mem wɔn bu ofu MPP for paa efisɛ wɔn baa no wɔn anya hwee amfa ama wɔn adwadifoɔ wɔn abiebie nnwuma nyinaa no NDC mom ɛna ɛboa wɔn ɛkyɛn MPP.
The way I mean, I'm for Bofu. The way I'm Bofu, a buying way, or Dada, Omo, Anapo, Ekahu, na Ama, Asante, Bibia, Niwa, Akoso, Ahutre Abagane, affect Oma, or Mojumana, I say was anti-memono. I can assure you, say, 35% upwards. And yes, Petrol, Asante, and we are going to get it because Asante for whom Nada, MPP for Dada, yeah, Asante region, Kumasi, Tamoyene, I see. Said nothing was happening. As a Kumasi Ampa, I call we a Nanka, Kaube who said Krumasi Sampa, but as he said, nothing was happening. Obia and Phobia on cry, the Oyan cry, and said a man for crying cry.
Na Big Edu etwa subiem se wɔn de nhwehwɛmu kakra wa yɛ ne kyerɛ sɛ asante mem enya de MPP fo betimi anya sa 85% no a na po ɛka ho asɛm no ebi sɛ wɔn kora wɔyɛ education minister na de na wɔyɛ ma asante man ɛna wɔyɛ energy minister nso ɛde ɛpa ɛna wɔyɛ empumtuo papa bɛyi ɛna ɔde aba bɛboa asante man adehye.
What the one no edo yura afenwo 85% okay de na no de do yura e den wa ye na santimam a santifo behwe so ato abama no e de na po ba be di post yemfa ne say ono onye president da onye vice president da beti ase etinyema bi o ha wontimi nye but education ho no kakra no any energy ho no e den na ono wa ye no wo Ashanti region 8 years ni a obenya asa positions no oyo obi a mi abo santimaya kese hu say education ho kakra wo ye bibi o Asante anase energy ho kakra wo ye bibi o Asante one time dum so Asante for Asante region dum so hiti omo enti no minua na no de o de aka Futuo we nyina efi Western North Regional Chairman wodwamtani edema NDC amanyɔkuo no ɛwɔ Western North Region ani din edi owura Michael Edu etafa ne Big Edu wɔn kasa ya wɔn Kwame Kontoboaton wɔ Lord FM sɛ hwebɛkwan Western North Region etintim ede ebesom ye
na Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe ya yɛka na asɛm yi enra ne party fo yi no kyerɛ wie ya no wa anakra ɛna nano ɛne atoyɛ mantamu wɔkɔyɛ a Okosha na probo ase efri wasa amemfi wokoya a wone manhene tetrete okuamu asechi ena wone na trankunwa ekokohyiaye na ebra onmonyamfo Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe napo ekasa no ena wakache na trankunwa se wono woti wei wode anbrase na ebesom ena wode adwumaden ena eba besom oba bebo ni wura Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Chidom ama wonum etumi akonkan na sema wokan ya nkofo antenase no eni se Ghana ye ka Ghana pa adwuma MPP aban wo sesi a aye no ndie omuntu enyezo omo kan de atu omo hu eye no kore ya ofa ba bia nso a adanse ye wo ho se MPP aban adwuma a waye no obi nye bi
Untine wa ni na hema ni mpanyimfo ne wasama yiri se macheba nye ne boni me no grade nkomo phone so se ye pedane ya den yaba na adwuma no ususu a na afabe na eyebe de se de nyame nhihye na ye hihye enura and President Nana Adodan Kwekufuado, Vice President Bawumia. Nyabre tuda se omo de me call Kumasi ahimfi. Na omo yimi ama Ghana mai. Se Adodan Kwekufuado no na nebusa wase. O yaba okru na akotan baby. Oni akotan chere every politicians yaman yourself no ayimfi 9 Nana Adodan Kwekufuado mokanachi ama de obetimi ayi bia waye wo Ghana. Empo because Kanya say Yajima no Sibone. We say free say Titi Ghana 1957 by from Kwame Nkrumah. Ebekane a Ben Piano Waye Juma chain and Adodan Kwekufuado.
Nasem ni na osan ede so say ahensem ankasa Ghana ha sei no ase ya to na jeje mu kakra na bra so say yesan ede yani ehwe ahensem biom
Anya brodi na beche say fasika je ye ho na amanyosem no se meka crofon ti ase yakoye se yanka nokre efiti ase enti o gina na ye manyos nyimi a de obeka bia se nya nokre na ekoba ne sen na sika asase na nanom na ahwe so na abayefo nya se na nanom nsase na nanom nipa na didi won sase de so ansa wo akodo asase bi kura na bi na debema no na wo de aye no baye ana wo de aye koku agudie ba so de se na nka ho meti ase a menti ase efuse de odo koku ene de oye no baye no sasase re kra na de a oche a odi ba obi foforo aduane ne ba so a oye koko ba abunu ana abusa na yede na sika koko pia sasase so de a yese na nanka ho eno ne yepese san wo Ghana.
Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh na wode we to dwa ene o man hene tetrete okuamu asechi ebo Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh abaso pass Dr. Mamudu Baumienya ni mujidie na ose ono ena opese ode no kosa bompa ye ma no se ne se nyamemwa no na de esi nani so no emram na emom enhyehyɛ no so a esi nani so sa wode nkanea ekongurase atu no onya nkoye die amamfin grotu obi no wo hɔ a omo ni nkanea ne bi omo no modene na onfa bi enko na enu achi ena Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh esan eko apa discof enu so ekokosra obrempon himati dachi ene na trankunya
Hodi ayehu ewo wa Memphis East. Na minister wa Memphis East na miam hyehyeme. Pa. Ase because central. Pa. Did hu dwon empa cho papa. Pa. Doctor we wan say emri bi me dasa no mudum light. It was been print. Pa. Na be me ticket no so na dwon hu de papa. Na me dum say yes ya. Pa. Ti anopa na me frɛ ECG forum so tete pa mpemfo nyina obogoso fa staff nyina obogoso hanya district na se me hwɛ dwumadie so ECG bodi wɔ ha you say braso sesinya district pa item ka cha alaji sule say ombuko appointment mami pa okay me say otu kwan kakra it we dey mabuko appointment anu no pa tuma me date na e bankran pa na di hu nkomo many aso
Nana se ni asopa na era Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh na poi ne kasamafo ene owura fifi boafo obani majoy
mejo sinira
boko de
ya me ga cheme na mpacho so e
nyankopo ado me ho ye pa mon na mato e mantemu
pacho ai
boko mo nkroma no ho ana
ye wo ya kufere okan ye wato e mantemu ya ko tete ukwa mwasechi yakone naso ena kudin komo ifiho yako disco ne omaine akwakudi enkomo sabu ya meno kase omaine otoso miensa yani no edi enkomo awolai angama entujan yani edi enkomo sabu
na sa aprobo nyina mu asem de na mahu akwako hia se Dr. Napo obosa aproi enura ya na eyi ni kire nenne wakwa ahemfo amahina akese miensa na aso sa
se tumia anasa kwenya monyamsha Dr. Mahmoud Baumia edise Dr. Prempeh Enzano odise ni nase omwano no montoa onto na semno emfa emma Ghana fu nyina na Ghana fonhwe ho ema na kwenya se wo beye omampani ewo men isa kwenya a ode ma no na mutu ene wotu isa se wamfa amane se na bodi ze na ki ke no ani no tifi na se ye rani na decision mo de bi rani mi na ne se kwa bontin eni tani kwada ma mema nantie mabawa obia enkasa na cheche ye hihie kwanya yetumi biwa na sasa tumi ni na sababu yana dano ye beshe bu o mai no se be magana kwani mu eno se sunti we fi ase na nyese ke bitumi na mana o da bi etwana asha ase ano eno ti da emo ko sampani fo yin chen ele
okay enti mu wi ato e mantem ana de na di ho
se wi after a month, then to be an animal for what a month, and obviously, every young no can say, we share WhatsApp, we share the a hunter, we share the as the man. It's not a share the coso. Now, Obeko and the young Dona Edikamo. In the same way, if it's Abria, Coco Prince, Bosman Banner, a idea on him, penny full binum, and who be the more unable for any Beko Edikamo. Yes, Bosomania Superdia, and now what case in Montini or commencing mentioning as can be the Coswani penny for, but we'll be moving from one constituency to another constituency. Airto MPP and Dr. Baum, we have both solutions to say, and one them and the amount.
Afe yam ransom no so enra ebra oyi papa ichire Dabi ebi ho ebra oyi no ichire wie ya wo kasa ne nsem a ode tudwa emu ba ko a koko wie ya okoka se omampani akufo ado aban aye adwuma kyan aban bia baga na asei monkroma no mpokra no nya adwuma saa no saa asem no monkroma no na if you know there and a man for action, papa, Minimsa Wati, then I'll come for Tasman.
But I say, dear not Dr. Prente, or Chimwan is on when you're queen action, our buying Ghana former quite or Mantania Kufrado, Emuno, Wasumu, Sasmo Suriano, once which also said cabinet minister, I would be a unit. Education, and the equality, energy. Now, Juma, why any Juma in 4 hours, no one should know penny or one penny father down. On who say a buying up of woman, anybody bucket, a modern bar, that will be our body woman in piano, which we just to know. In and what can you fire a yakin that you need, say, you don't come back to me, and people need to see what is your kind. No chima kusike enya yinze kano mampeni na mampeni bikan kwa the can na
Yera Fifi Boafo ya okasa ema Dr. Napo MPP amanyuko Frank Atufo abedi echire ne no kasa yi sa homa no atiato mu yehwe se yensa ebese aka Fifi Boafo a na yatoa enkobo no eso yo onya maide ene na yebe conserve froso
ye tonso anano ena ebede di said ye di ho nkomo is Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe ena ye yi no se running mate ema Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ID na eba bonti o manfo dodo no a edi ho enkomo na eno ena nano encentrofo nipa bebre wo bia ka ho asamadwempo ena na motu a wotu na no nso ena Ora Steven Atobiga a we leader ene founder edema National Liberation Council wono nso so achiremu edefa Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe asabreta and Napo ye no say running mate no or see wo gidie say ye no ebetimi enya nsunsuanso pa ewo afi abato aye baba batunu mu a nsunsuanso kase a ebenya no ebeha National Democratic Congress NDC amanyoko no ene ono ankasa ne party no a ye friend NLC no so ebeka ne pa efise Napo wonye ordinary person wonye obi a wonenam hokeke woye obi a wogina na so ye pa ne modern bo wo share na bakosam ene niema watu hwana mo a wogiri se wobetimi edia 60% anasa amma no ohanchemu beye eduosia ababeka NPP party no ho a eche se wombetimi akowo mo enim na enu echi no ena leader and founder Edman National Liberation Council NLC and Dini Ora Steven Atobiga sachire mu biem se yama mpanyi dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ni gina ya wo si ye anti wan kofa obi free voter region anasa from mantemmo so maye na bedi echire no wanya de kura efri se wo hwa NDC amanyuko no voter region anasa from mantemmo no ene wo munyina so pa kese pa votarians o mato abankasa e de ama NDC amanyuko no eti His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nti anye bia no enka de obetimi de ahye wo mo free voter region ni monyam ne se niti tu NDC fo no ene se nko befa obi ede na free ho abeta wo mo achi na mo womo sa ampa party no womo ka ho na womo daachi nso egina womo na so na wo hwe de MPP for aye womo timi akom stronghold akofa bedi ekire de abeka womo ho a na ekire se ebenya nsunsanso akase de amo womo esin ne NDC for aye no
na pa wa Dr. Bamuda ko choose as running mate no na po so nya body a adwua na se onye ordinary person oguna mfie nti na po the 60% eba beka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Mahmoud Bawumia north side okura 30% in his capacity and now say party near Santa Fordia no na put the 60% never on board into a very strategic na po Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia choose no shaking the foundation of all political parties and I me blame me mother party say shakse ne omusi to omu ase ba me ma NLC ya mother party ya nyasa obi na peja ma me jane ehia John Dramani Mahama say na ma jono omo fa ho say party ne accept party members ne peneso e party strategical home so say kai me bra peji John Dramani Mahama e ko choosing running mate no e volta anka MPP so do mo sabe go miti nti NDC ya mother party omo aba dia share e bi kai NLC
na Owura Stephen Atubiga echiremu biem se wono nso so obibi wo ho a obetimi aye edi aboa Ghana etima Ghana fo enyine ma
enwese mi Atubiga mi gina wa mi awie fo ma mi nyobia no bibi wo mi mu ametimi aye edi aboa man no hwede emetimi aye mi kasa edi so aso se na binum se na poni so ade nti amesa aka no mi kura we no emu mi atan se mi kura we nti no mi yakoresanya onni mi ewo ade e wo se wo ma no ebe wa kuma ho se mede we mekura we amanu mawie no mede si ho no menni misu ene me ban se le tie nti o answer no meka se napo e ya bobaso no wara bi no masa Ghana haye pesa yenya ka se we edi bone a ne edi aso me yenya no kure enjeje obi awasasi so nya wo bone da
Owura Stephen Atubiga woye leader and founder dema National Liberation Council ena ekasa ya Portia Mensa Bonsu etintim edebesom ye.
Yo, yera fifi bu afo asan aba homa no so pani akwaba.
Yeah, me am.
Yo, na wanugu asem so a wo kire de na popese wo kire ansa na homa no etito mu no.
That's really a factor me na. Yeah, na otra ni se ono de na owampenia kufu ado abenwa yibu adwuma. Ne mwezuma oyeye ene bi afi amemu ni maba no o gidi se o de to aben bi amemu a sa amemu ye no e wo so etin aban fofu bi amemu obi aso wo kwan so tumi tire na de na be wo wa de ni se yo kai no ne nyazi a wo kwan ne mu ne nye ikimu fo nsusie anase asema wo kan kwan bi so se o de tire bi a obu bi abusia anaso ko se okasa obi hu kasa enye kasa papa
Ebiso akaze ntinka wanka na aye de
sana ya o emse se afebusi ye ye tie bia no oye postmortem na ebisi no ebisi ni aba nti well to obi kasa wate obeto mu asem na odi abalibra
yo openi ya da sisa oni atwetwe enkomo wo sa asemi ho yo Owura fifi buafo na yeten nkan na Ghana Federation of Labour say na no dwada na senate for ebebe ze jofo hyiamu a wormo pani data general Kofi Bosompem osafo afo ba be kan say ba bia omaduro ne de hotels no naton a na sese omoton na mum ye kasa na de omo enton na no na Owura Abraham Kumsin ya wa ye chotrofo ema Ghana Federation of Labour e de abatu dwa say sanje chemu na senate de buy ento masum
yes business will run at a loss. For example, we are like you said, the hotels now on what on look at the locations. And look at to me the tourists about 4 days before them Afro-Americans they prefer that environment to come into the city. And so if the place is not being managed, they are unable to pay dividends in their account. It means that the place is being mismanaged. So why don't you take the management on? If it will be you have to dismiss general manager or whoever is in charge. And employ 2 people. You can advertise for competent person interview, no one whether he has the competency to run the place. Then you give the person target. The person can be on probation for 6 months or 1 year or whatever. No more money target to meet. I was saying that if you have headaches, you have to go and cut the head off, then you free. It doesn't make sense.
Na wanfanso wa ose Say Senate for open year party a omo nsa hanwene ho bio. Na so omo ton sa hotels akese we die. Nyare a adwumafo ebepene so.
Power. He needs medication. And see, if the person is not being managed because we know other private, also hotels, they are doing well. So why this about capital? Do they want money? They don't need money because your contribution as a worker every month, your employer cannot delay payment to sleep. Yesterday I was saying that my organization, the default payment we paid, but the account officer failed to attach the report to the payment. I was brought to court, criminal summons. I paid in court. I was fined aside paying penalty. So it means that can I originally be able to employ people to say over that and I say your own chair. So what is it? What do they want again? What do they want? What is it? It's not money. Then it means that the management of these hotels is bad. And that's why they have to turn their attention to focus on dealing with whoever is in charge of these hotels. Period. That's all. You don't sell it out. I mean, it doesn't make sense though.
Penny Okasa, your friend Abraham Kumsin, or non a former Ghana Federation of Labor. Na Naomi Obenewa and on no treatment Sankomwe.
Yet is a Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana. One more can say enya dia, one more ebeyejuma, one more yes strike, one more shasi, bosume krechum, one more jinemu den. Now one more chemu say allowances bi o hesa ban entry aye. Eti di entia one mayo madwin say one more nyemu ne enyemu chira ne say. Jisa aban ye ne sese wo ye bia. Na National Labour Commission NLC for ashe say aban etua so ase aban bubu nuegu na so me nuntina one more say enya dia one more ebejai sa strike na one more ashansi. Na National Labour Commission womun so akire mu se sitag fo asem omode aba ne aban no na esesen ko omotena se no omo ka asem no kra nanso ebesi ne asem no konkon ho ayentimi enkanwiye etibosumi aso a colleges ahodo a womu oman mu nyina chechefo yi enkyira de edien na ekoso na yeko na natibongo woko ye Wioso College of Education ewo Western North Region ekoho sede ehote bia mu esitie na sei ena ode bae
and I'm so I'm a peace and so for your boni ebe piemu our College of Education ebe hwe se bosumi ni nsan na school metie no kre ube du school dem a se ayemo so se be fo yase areho nko a cheche ne bia ni wa wogina wo kira de na disua popo etiwa omo so age eye adisua we and I'm so I'm a peace and so for your tweben eye adisua for ni biye bisa won se bosumi ni a acheche for emegina classroom enche wona de no wo ha ben enomo namu.
Alright, after 25 or 26 days after some call strike and create almost 18 days or 18 working days. Effecting their doors because so 18 working days at least and by now you cover almost 4 topics or 5. And see academically affects you more and meaning said the tutors no any lecturers no war or more how or more reasons in tears happening to yes government say no back to class.
Oh yeah, you name the baby affect your academics because looking at see 1 month time you cover up topic back or teacher need crash show this. No one sure did.
Okay. How did be brave? Even 14 weeks now, you try to crown, there be a church for child and crown. Sometimes the bar results in easy. Not be 4 weeks near. Among child, how they be brave, affect academics be brave, and the results be brave.
Weye natibongo amane bo di okohu ye ewo Wioso College of Education Western North Region no apia dan kwanso ko Holy Child College ewo Western Region ono nso di weye ebedan ye
ya probo Holy Child College of Education mono enya de a kirekirefo no ekọ lecture ho ekọ kira de adesuafo no do ani ebebo hostel tew no hu se lecture bia ama no bia nani afa ba bia ono ankase betumi asua na de ho school no de eguso a ya 1 to 2 mu a wo ye adwuma de efa school no adwuma hodo ho a emfa lectures no ho ne de ni nyina no ekọ so den na emom se lecture beba be pie mu o lecture ho so ba ba kire adesuafo na de ne de ebi enkoso ho ya ba ye ne Dr. Boston Amedenu Senyefia ya wo ye sitak zona che Sen West edi enkomo na wo che se omati ato ne de enya de omoje mu ne saban anya wa apade ammo akopum se emra ema ho kwan
omo court kra omo court strike jury so omo strike what is impact omo court strike obia tim court strike ibi it is a legal provision ewo labor act no say omo court strike is your right that you are them
anu achi no na desiafo ni bi nso esere aban se adabraka we di echewe ni aban enhwe no no akyerɛkyerɛ fuei enkasa sɛ de be ya onum be ba kopem sɛ atuate no ha won wadesua mu pa
okon wa hoyen pa sisa yoko class lectures form ba yentumi nsua de na adinti abana onhwe no nye bibi mfa ho
yensua hwe nti ye pa abana chose ye strena onye bibi mfa strike no ho na yentumi nko classrooms ne nkosua de ye pa abana chopa
when so every appear dankwa Holy Child College Western Region or Dubai na yenko Central Region Ola College of Education Sally Ingeza so edway ebai
Sawoba eye Ola College of Education ewo Cape Coast metre infinfin mantomu ade almost strike no almost omode omoho agemu ankasa abra peace news ebe pie mu ewo campus na chese campus hase edadin enya dia ade tre ekoso na mu students no ewo around otimu se ebinom ewo classroom omo ankasa no omo ye omo group discussion ene ade achichafo no so ye hu nipa baako ni mienu bi omo so omo nam campus nemum omo nam campus keke enye so omo tre ade na we na eye Ola College of Education omo principal metre Mrs. Regina Ochre dankwa ene metwetwen enkomo of air na o tre se anope cramp wabomode ene mpinifo ni bi edi nkomo a osro mo se enkebe ya nkomo hu nkolai mobo na nkomo mbomode mo nsamba back to classroom na nkomo mra metre eye nkola na ade enti se mo bisa ya sei ena ekoso ewo Ola College of Education ewo Cape Coast amanebono ese
Yadanse Sally Ingeza Ola College of Education na yadru Koforidia Askore ehonso Michael Akrofi SDA College of Education de odebayi ni
Sir obepiem ewo eye SDA College of Education ewo Koforidia Askore a suku ni mu ayedin esanse hwe enkoso adekire enkoso dodo na ekofie esanse se yenkyira de anasa adekire enkoso na humasua enkoso de a ene no motena ha ayeden kakra bi na obehu omuso omugegina manchia anasa omtete nkwankwanu ase na omuseniors handout ni bi ene omuhwem esanse omukire se omanya nete se calendar no ensesa ensohwe no ombetro enu nti na kwan so mofaso adisua de bia no eso mofaso no musua de mabomodin akwa offices ahodo uyi administration ya bie na secretary ewo mu a achechefo no krampo nhye dan hu bia kra ewo campus hanom afi omo mu ye adwuma te say pantry na kitchen ni ade no eho yedin yato kitchen ni mu e ma chese obepie ahanom a ahayedin uyi say BEC for ni bi na de higher center omo tron so hwe ni bi wa hanom eto nten a na chese nya omo de a anka sukuu mu de ada obia yedin na adusuafo no kakra bi na omo campus a
so far the school my boring and na musa because we be a mama share at the by the end of the day no where they have exams no as how effect and so you face a problem and
your course outline can you quite me I research and study books to buy and so man find it difficult near the day
campus there as the way I in baby cry coffee as activity be any how kwa ntunya bia obi handout and we share because is lecturers no more ton handout no more students at least I'm ton my nke be to my days I show me kakra prepare for exams my antisa train pass on back that is a bibia course my
Michael Akrofi SDA College of Education Koforidia Askore and ono so ade abedan ye kyerese achechef for Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana wo mo strike no mo guso ankwada ye kyerɛ wo made amadache wo mabeya achechef no mo duru ho a wo bi ani ho a kyerɛ wo mo ade ayatete
yo na ensamfo from Sani Adeb security analyst or say video bi ananse na enenam social media so a immigration for wo mo ekura kode no wo bu maami bi bonoa se de no akra ka ho asem oyenka se bu mu no wo se time pa nya de sisi so kra enti esese yema won mo a yama on kwan se o mo hwe mo yemra no ho ban no ye de tumi ahwe o mo nsam sa no ese mo mo te ase ese tumi no ye de mo so mo mfa mo ye ho ban yanga so mo mfa me hunhuna ye
as a security agent, me be expect to say or be exercise the greatest deal of professionalism, even in the face of intimidation and anything controlling. Then unfortunately, it drags the whole immigration service into disrepute. Unfortunately, OSHA accountability so in the absence of accountability, a lot of these officers feel say uniform amount immunity. Nobody would hold you to account. So I'm hoping say with that tape with a very transparent issue.
Now, osisa nhwehwemu no awaka no so no. Ma yenye na manyosem. Yemfa nipa ombetu nhwehwemu no fiko no munye sa adwuma no mayen.
So I'm hoping, with that tape with a very transparent issue film, so we get to know exactly what the issues are and then punishment normally meet it out. And see now, civil society, especially Jetty Center for Human Security and Peace, advocating for an independent complaints unit are ever share into any act of misconduct on the part of any security officer. So right at the beginning of our training to understand, say, now we are civilian before we became a security officer, and after that, we were a civilian.
Penny Okasa, your friend Osani Adib, on Isabella Danson at Train and Como, Utie Kasiboi, Ewo Peace 104.3. Na, Madrin Chira, Yadebramo Kasiboi, Emuno, Remy Spices are Roma, Remy Spices are Yekin, Eba Ahudo, your Remy Goat. Remy chicken, Remy jollof, and Remy beef. Ocean namno de kwe aduane no a na wato eho spices. Na Remy no so ente se ba ko no a obia ni mu no Remy emaduane ye desronko na obi a waso Remy ahwe da bia so nim emfaso a ewo Remy so enu nti na yensi ni form a leading market organ ase nyina oduru ho a obisa Remy a obia ebenya dodo a wope ede amawo Remy spices adawroma ene ede adwenkyere no ebremo na ansa na no ye homesomra.
Okay.
Happy Delight Fruit Juice. Wachulala, swachulala, chichi soso. Afrana pa. Epe pashu breakfast and was in woman. Joe Happy Delight Fruit Juice against with toast, cereal, and even them cool. And we ain't a bread and fifi. The most fridge man. Happy Delight Fruit Juice. One of one. And you be here. I come out to relax away. So I know when you're. Let's say what a chamado. Happy Delight Fruit Juice. Off and a baby, I bring you all day long. One fruit juice. I'm Happy Delight. One different flavors. Different size. You number 1 liter. Number from NG 150 and 250 ml. A baby healthy life shops on your supermarket. Happy Life Fruit Juice. Loaded with taste.
Tune it in. Turn it up.
Peace FM.
And rip off the knob.
Remy Natural Spices Madrin Sheka Kramo Diaba eni na ekua mo aboaten Ablekuma Central ena wono nso diaba won de microphone obechi a wo mo ena eno echi yenua Mensa Majid ono nso dia wo de baaye ene se wo di fi bechem Toronto ena ono nso de nchia e baaye Fantastic Wilberforce sehia sanwe so enso bechia Honorable Kofi Benti na ochem se Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ne saman ena ehunuhunu napo enunti ena wokan bibia etesa no ena teacher Kudwo Tepanyina susu ena se NDC for peso mo de propaganda na owura napo omoma ne din ba form no nya dia ebeye adwuma ekwan bia so wobekosoa abo adwuma den Kofi Junior ena ono nso ede ne de ebaaye fa Honorable Franka Nodompre ne health work dwumedi a wo babedi master planner junior Kentampo and also ne Dr. Matthew Poko Prempe eya adwene pa sa wo hwa ya mampani his excellency na Nado Dankwa Kufuado wabomodi ena wabo adwuma eye Akismi Seshibekwai and also mampani dada his excellency John Dramani Mahama or track record say eba education ena emebunu a wo hya yafunuma amyegina na so a eno nso so wabo adwuma eye ensema ye disum wonumre di makotene bi ene se Ono Johnson asidi nketia wono na ye dwemteni ema NDC amanyukuo no edi atodwa se ye kasa zongo kokosa ye ka ho asem no a ema ye edin keke nemom enwuma ebeta akire na Owura Rashid Pepo nso abamane se ensemo a napo eka ye na sese nkodi yi ne ho ano kase nipa bi so ya hantan eye no kra na se enye no kre Dr. Frida Prempe nso abamane se Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe ayeyi ne se running mate edema NPP amanyuku no wogidi se eye pa a ebeboa party ni ye ena Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe se wa hobrasie mu no wagye atum obeye na famudie amagana afa ntuma pa efra edom kuma wo mahebedwam ede adesede atodwa se eba nipa ye form de akobambo adwuma ne mo ye security agencies no a wo mama awia emmom eno na majority for so say e ya tro nsem bi wo keka fa ho no nokura bi enim nyade aban efa kuntina se edi nipa bi akwakowura mu enne mahebedwam so ebepiem se dum so koso donhwere ekomiensa na kanea no adum enam so ama mpanifo do ma no atum se yenhwe na kanea na dum na edum ne aso edum no aso no yentoto ne yie se bi ebetimi aboa ama bibia akosue we ne nsem a ye de somo enumre akosia ago aboaje mene
nana ya okese yen na ye de kasebo yi ebremu na enyumako bi adaroma Osons chemist abusua or the Osons garlic capsules ababeso yasene MTNC we there for you everywhere you go. High Sense Ghana, everyday prices for everyday people. Afei Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital. Allahu Shafi, Allah one ya safo. Dolphin Roofing Systems in Chelsea the board answer there. Yeton wo Dolphin for ho. Novus Industries and Trading Limited. Novus Novus. Anomnia ya ehun eni asem eni. Budget cash and carry. Omna the Blue Jeans energy drink buy. Send me kui and a soya sene Emma Edikasibu Ebremo. Me sorry, Mickey the triple darling. Sawa Madia any na DJ young boy ebeba. Na ansana Mickey bebano. Contractor no a oye ejuma ewo ofanko poku ase no. Oye ne papa say ya yebeka. Last week ye ba beka kire o say de wa ye no upre nipa. Ngofo kasa mo sesen wo sa akwan no so enya grow. Wa hwe ya ye kan obeka say o na peace for mpeka do da bi nya kasa ne yepe. Enya kasa ne yepe udi asempa obi anko achi asembone. So mo amusiesie kwan no so na kwan no so aye kama yi. Mo zo obi aka mo asem. Ye nka mo asem. Ye bom aba so. Se mo ya ade. Na mum se ne esitie sesi a mo hu se traffic ne etimi flow no. Ye be sere mo mada roma. Mo nya ne saa mfa mayen. Ye be sere mo mada roma. Mo nya ne saa mfa mayen. Na sena me de bia me kan na kwan na mo ye no. Enye se mo ye favor o. Da bi mo ye adwuma jiska. O ye adwuma jiska no. Eni se usi me de na me kwa akoye me so menye sika gu mbotom no. Eni se usi me kwan ho. So, eni se o adwuma na wo ye ajiska no odi si me kwan. Enti mo ye nyina ye hwe saa de no. Ene ka atai se na do ewa na ewo mu ya. Se mo se me boa. Mo misa mo adwuma efo no mo wo efifi se eba festus no. Se last week Thursday papa bi so ogina eho ene omo ko esa adwuma na